What's up, folks? Bear with me. I had a whole big pot of spaghetti and white clam sauce, so I'm a little meh at the moment. Oh my God, I'm like half asleep. And I told myself I wouldn't be drinking these at this time of the night, but I don't care right now. Oh my God, I'm like meh. I feel drippy. Well, the kids started school down here. As soon as I got off the school bus, they started running around all over the property, so that's a good sign, at least. What's not a good sign is the fact that our damn pool is closed, probably for the rest of the season. The machinery broke down again. What's going on, Prime? Yeah, I'm running out of ideas, like, what to title these live streams anymore. I figure I just default to the absurd and ridiculous. But I am like, That's because I ate an entire pot of spaghetti and white clam sauce. Oh, we got some cha-chings going. I've had a whole bunch of cha-chings today. I'm actually waiting for several auctions to end today and tomorrow, I believe. I actually pulled most of the cards out. I got one that a customer paid for right there. Whatever orders I did have, I got out. It's just working here at my desk for most of the day has burnt me out considerably. It's just staring at my phone and going through all the listings and relisting things and taking new photographs. And let's see, what's this here? Jackson Trio Rainbow Foil. Okay, so I got that pulled. So all of these cards here currently are selling right now as we speak. One customer paid for their order already. These are auctions that are ending within the next, I believe, 24 to 48 hours. Plus I had some orders I mailed out today. So business is picking up again. It's picking up again. So my strategy seems to be working for now. But as much as I said I wasn't going to drink energy drinks at this time of the night, cheers, guys. I'm completely fried. I was falling asleep. I actually had my alarm clock set for 8:25 because I wanted to get on here like around 8:30. But I figure, you know what? Let me start early, get this live stream done, and then call it a night and relax. It's just a combination of focusing a lot on my eBay store today. And just sitting there staring at the phone, getting the eBay orders done, and then getting whatever eBay orders that were paid for out the door. It was freaking hot again today. Yeah, definitely. I could do all sorts of goofy ideas like that. Today I was just like, I'm laying in bed. I'm nodding off. I had to stop. I had to get up and walk away from my desk because I spent almost all day at my desk today. And I learned my lesson over time that if I don't get up at least once an hour, once every 2 hours, something like that, from sitting at my desk, I'm going to actually do harm to myself. So, is that the little people out there screaming? Like I said, they started school, so now they're out there playing finally. Let me see if I got Gatorades for them. Some small Gatorades for the kids. Like I said, they're playing now that they got school. So all summer you guys don't play, and now school starts, and now you're outside playing. Look in. Yeah, it's for you. Catch. There's one. You ready? Yeah. There's two. You're welcome. You ready? Whoop. Oh, it's going to happen with this one. There you go. Some of them are cold, some of them are hot. So how's school so far? I didn't. Oh, you didn't start school yet, but you guys did, right? No? Because I saw a school bus dropping off kids today. I thought you guys started school already, no? School starts on Monday. It's coming Monday. Oh, all right. So you guys doing down there? You see any frogs? I hear them at night, all night. No? Oh boy. Just watch out for them big tree frogs. I see them hopping around sometimes. They're like this big. They're big and ugly and green and brown. You never see the tree frogs in the tree when you hear them go like like how you hear them chirping in the trees? Sometimes you see them down there. All right, I'm going to go back inside, guys. You be safe, all right? Thank you. You're welcome. All right, so I was wrong. I thought they had school today. I guess not. Actually had to break out my VHS Commando after your live stream. I'm quoting him on a... Oh. Oh, the Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions. Yeah, you know what? I thought, because there was a school bus that actually dropped off a bunch of kids today on the property. I assumed that all of them had school. They're telling me they got school next week, so I guess they're trying to get their playtime in. But I had extra Gatorades for them, so... I haven't been giving out snacks to the kids or anything because it's been too hot. They haven't been playing or anything. That's why I'm shocked to actually see them outside. They haven't been outside in weeks, some of these kids. Even unless they were at the pool, you don't see them at the pool too much. And the problem is, unfortunately, from what I was told, the filtration system for the pool cracked out. So that might spell the end of the pool season for the property, so... But, I loaded up on more of those, whatchamacallits there, the sugar-free Monsters this time, because Walmart had them on sale. Instead of going all the way to Sam's Club, I just walked over a 12 case again today. But, I got a small case of Gatorades for the kids if I see them outside, so... But I haven't been giving out as much stuff as I was. It's just, like I said, they haven't been playing. It's been too damn hot down here. Like freaking, we've had straight 90s now, and it's been raining like once every 3 or 4 days down here. The weather's just been really, really strange. But at least we're getting rain, which is good. That's really good. But the problem is, once that rain is gone, all that moisture, it sits in the ground, and then all of a sudden it turns into a swampy, humid mess. So, but at least they're outside running around playing, so that's a good sign. They're good kids. They're really good kids. So, and most of them, I know the parents, which are really cool. Like I said, it's just a damn shame the freaking pool is all busted up again. So, I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the pool season, but I'm not counting on it. I mean, I've been pretty much here at home, except for getting my eBay orders out, which has picked up significantly. I think in the next 24 hours, the 48 hours, I should have about maybe 15 cards sold. That's what it's looking like so far. And I haven't had that many cards sold in a while. I had somebody that bought 5 off of me who's a subscriber to the channel, which is cool. And, like I said, all of these cards right here are currently up for auction. One of them just ended now, so... Yeah, it's been going on all season. You know what it is that the property, I think, was built in the 80s. And, I mean, you can tell just by looking at it. It's a little older, the property. They actually had to go around, I think, 2 summers ago, if I remember correctly, reinforcing people's patios and reinforcing the stairways, because all the stairways and patios here are wood. And some of the steps are starting to wobble, from expansion and contraction from the heat and the cold, and from the wet and dry weather that we tend to get down here. North Carolina, at least around my neck of the woods, is a very expressive seasonal area or state. So we get all 5 seasons down here, which is good. But, like I said, this property is an older property, and it doesn't surprise me that the filtration and the pumping system in the pool is going to be fucked. The property's old, man. And with age, things break down, unfortunately. I mean, that's like that with us, too, as human beings. My mom keeps talking about that kind of stuff. She's, going through a phase right now, unfortunately, where she's been talking about getting old. Unfortunately, someone else in my old neighborhood died recently. My buddy Raph, his father died not that long after my dad died last year. So, she's going through this phase, and I told her, listen, you got to stop thinking like that. I mean, my father was morbid like that. I don't want my mother ending up being morbid like that. Where it's like, listen, just enjoy yourself and stop thinking about stuff. So, but anyways, welcome everybody. Much appreciated that you guys and gals are here. I'll give you a couple updates as to what's been going on with the eBay store. If you watched my video today, I've seen a very decent increase in my sales. Like I said, this little pile of cards right here, they haven't been sold yet, but they are in auction right now. If one of them actually just ended, that would be is an X-Fractor in here. This Sedan Rafaela just sold. Absolute dog shit, but he used AI to help produce it. What a shame. Yeah, man. AI it's a disease, man. It's a real plague that human beings, unfortunately, what we're going to turn into? We're all going to turn into two-legged nitwits that don't have the ability to think. What was the name of the species from Star Trek, the next gen? The Packlids? We're going to end up being Packlids. We go. We make things go. Oh, it's broken. You're smart. Like the fucking Packlids from Star Trek. That's what we're going to end up being like if it keeps going like this. That's why in my life I've chosen to be a minimalist when it comes to certain things. You know, I mean, even little things that I find sometimes, like that vacuum cleaner, for example, that I repaired here on the channel. I did give it to the social worker here on the property. It's just like, man, people can't even fucking fix things anymore. It's just like, oh, throw it in the garbage, we'll buy another one. It's actually cheaper sometimes to repair things than having to go out and buy a whole new thing. I mean, what did it take me? Fucking 15, 20 minutes maximum? You know what I mean? To fix that damn vacuum cleaner? That's happening with everybody, man, with this AI bullshit. I can't stand AI. You know, early on in my channel's history, I think I did like 4 or 5 AI YouTube shorts, and my viewers immediately hated it. They hated it. And I haven't done anything AI with the channel since, and I refuse to, because with eBay's policies, they're very strict about that. If you don't make it clear that it's AI. So, you know, they've been taking, let me tell you, man, on X, I've been watching for like the past 2 weeks now, because I've been fighting to try to get this channel monetized, and I finally got an answer for them, and the only thing they can tell me is the channel's in review, which makes no sense. And I can't get a straight answer from YouTube why my channel is still not monetized yet. You know, if it wasn't for eBay, you know, and the donations I get here on the channel once in a while, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But AI is the reason why it's happening. You know, I compare AI to the automatic kiosks that you see over at Walmart and Lowe's and Home Depot and CVS and Food Line and all that bullshit. It's just, it's laziness, man. The human brain is going to turn into nothing but a pile of fucking a pile of wet toilet tissue. Just a bunch of goo inside of our brains. If we don't use our brains to think for ourselves, we're going to turn into mindless idiots. Going through some old cards, found the rookie card. Oh, congrats. What's up, 99? Welcome, everybody. But yeah, I've been digging up old stuff of mine too, as a matter of fact. And most of the shit that I've been finding, I either don't use or I've donated it to the social worker here on the property. You know, I've been finding, like I found a paintball insert for a paintball gun, because my less lethals, my less lethal launcher, the big one, the Pepperball SX, has a particular insert in it. The Pepperball TCP, that has the same size insert that matches the pepper balls that I have. So I had all this extra pepper ball shit I've been trying to sell off, and I still got tons of it I have to go through. I found a Tipman spin load. This is a rare hopper. Tipman spin load, because hoppers have a tendency of spinning around on their own. But the only problem is that stupid me took this thing and glued it down. So I don't know how I'm going to loosen that up. Rubbing alcohol won't break this. I don't know if methylene chloride or paint thinner would be good on this, because this is plastic. This just might be a loss. But this thing is so freaking rare, man. You don't see... Like, I've tried to even spin this off by hand. It's locked down with crazy glue. But... yes, it's the movie Idiocracy, dumbing down. Ever sell that... or decide if you were going to sell the less lethal thing. Oh, the Pepperball TMP. I have it sitting right here on my couch. And I'm stuck whether or not I want to sell it, because it's such a rare less lethal launcher that, yeah, definitely get them thumbs ups, guys. I appreciate it. We got 2 of them so far, so much appreciated, everybody, man. The channel grew. The channel has grown. Like a week and a half ago, I was at like what, 1,600 and something subs. It's gone all the way up to 1,747 at this point. That's because of the Transformers YouTube shorts I've been doing. I didn't think it would be that popular, but I've been sending my YouTube shorts to some of the Transformers groups on Facebook, and they're the ones that have really been enjoying those YouTube shorts, man. Big shout out to those guys, man. Let me tell you, they're very... I didn't realize after all these years how dedicated the Transformers G1 fan base was, and rightfully so. Are they protective over that IP? Here's to you guys and gals. And right now, the big news is that Takara, on some of the websites like Big Bad Toy Store, actually released the Takara version of the More Than Meets the Eye Starscream at like $60. They all sold out already, and people are pissed because they can't get their hands on that damn Starscream that I've been talking about here on the channel, and every other content creator has been talking about it, man. Everybody is trying to get their hands on that fucking Starscream, and I'm lucky I got my copy when I did. Let me see, who do we got here? Kelly Ross. What's going on, Kelly? How you doing? Liked and subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Yeah, man, G1 fans, I'm very proud of the G1 fan base, because unlike Star Wars and Star Trek and the Marvel Comics universe, man, they are protecting the G1 franchise, man, like a robotic army. It's awesome to see. I almost got, not that I got banned, but, well, I got a temporary ban for 24 hours because I posted something about fucking Beast Wars Transformers. And the admin for one of the groups was actually nice about it, because I haven't been on Facebook in many years. And he messaged me and told me exactly why they don't let Beast Wars stuff onto that. Just like the Michael Bay Transformers and all these other, I guess you want to say, branches of the franchise with these different TV series and stuff. Why they only focus on G1 is because they just don't want to deal with the bullshit. Because then now you have 7 or 8 different fan bases, from Transformers, Beast Wars, Beast Machines, War for Cybertron, etc., and they just don't want to sort through all the noise. And since G1 is the foundation of where all this stuff came from, they just don't want to deal with the nonsense or the politics. So good for them. Good for them. Star Trek has been forever plagued with, it, what, who pronoun, leftist, rainbow bullshit. Alex Kurtzman, there's an interview, a video interview of him talking about DEI in Star Trek. And that's not what Star Trek is about, man. Good storytelling is what Star Trek is. Yeah, it's a big space utopia, but it's not in your face, man. They're not trying to preach shit to you, and everything is fucking preaching to you and trying to tell you how to live your life and who you should support. That's a good sound when the kids are outside playing like that. It's sick. It's actually sick. But I'm very, very happy for the G1 fan base, and people seem to be enjoying those YouTube shorts, man. It's hard, like I'm trying to use like little quotes and little sayings and little nuances from the TV series that I can remember. Or sometimes I'll go on YouTube, or I actually have the original Transformers downloaded to one of my external hard drives on my computer, so I can always search through that. But I think it's the fake voice acting of myself that they like the most. Because in order to bring these characters to life, you have to have a voice that's at least close to these characters, Which one was that? 99. Spare me this mockery of... I'm not getting involved. And it's true, because, man, you can't... Certain debates like who is Cyclonus? Was he Skywarp or was he Bombshell? So that's where I came up with the one I did today with Frenzy and Rumble, because there's still a debate. Because on the toy packages back in the days, the one fishing, spare me this mockery of... what is this? I'm not a duck or a platypus. Ending it like that. That was one of those ideas, because the fucking thing looks like a duck. It looks like a robotic duck or a platypus or something. And that one was an easy one. I was spoiling it for a couple days prior to me actually doing it. And right before I record those shorts, I really don't script anything. I prefer to do it right off the top of my head. But I do have to give it a couple mental rehearsals, so I'll sit there and fiddle with them for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, like the one I did today with Kranix and the cassettes, because back in the days, the toy packaging had the blue cassette as Frenzy and the red one as Rumble, but the cartoon showed the blue one as Rumble and the red one as Frenzy. So that's kind of how the evolution of that started. So I wanted to kind of like put that in people's faces as well. I mean, it really didn't take off as big as some of the other YouTube shorts did, but I'm having fun making them, man. And I needed a break today, anyways, because my eyes have been on my phone all day trying to reboot and reset my eBay store. And man, it's been proving to be more of a nightmare than I thought it was going to be. To me, Kranix looked like a penguin from the Super Mario Brothers game. He looks like a lot of things. He looks like a goofy surfboard. I mean, he looks like a duck, a platypus, a fucking manta ray. I mean, he's got all sorts of different things you can name him as or compare him to. But I mean, the whole point is to have fun with it, not to take it so damn seriously. But the big, the big news still is people still trying to get their hands on this damn More Than Meets the Eye star screen, and a lot of fans are still having trouble getting it. I haven't checked my area, well, for the simple fact that I already have it. Why does that thing keep going in and out like that? It does this sometimes. This phone of mine. So what do we got here? Oh, I pulled that card already. That's the Jackson Trio Rainbow Foil. Okay, let me try this. Maybe that's what's causing it. Oh, you know why? Probably because I'm wearing almost all white, so it's screwing with the camera here a little bit. It keeps fading in and out. Concept from the '86 film. Well, he was actually the alternate mode was ripped directly out of a comic book, if I remember correctly. I can't remember which. I think it was the UK comic books it was ripped from, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me on that. I'm trying to see what works best. Okay, that completely blacks me out. That doesn't work either. Interesting. Very interesting. But, like I said, I needed a break. I made myself a big pot of linguine with white clam sauce. That was putting me to sleep. It's just, man, trying to reboot my eBay store. It's been proving to be more difficult than I thought. And it's because there's a lot of listings. Now, there are 17, I think 17 listings that got taken off the table because those auctions ended because nobody bought them, and I'm out of slots for the rest of the month until September. And I'm not paying eBay 35 cents to list any more cards. So whatever's up there is up there up until September. So, but at least I know 13 cards are guaranteed to sell, depending on depending on when the auctions end. And I got that one I just packed up on camera right here. So that's another one, which is good. But my eBay store is still breathing, still alive, still going strong. But it's just so tedious going through all of these listings and adjusting the shipping rates. I started taking new photos of some of these cards a lot. I mean, I didn't have a chance. This Colt Keith, this is a base rookie from Bowman. I stopped right there because I was starting to get a headache. I had to get up and walk around for a little bit because I know me, if I sit down in a chair for too long, I was born and bred to be blue collar. Excuse me, not white collar, sitting in a chair. I can here do this. Sorry about that, boys and girls. I had a missed message as well. But anyway, with that being said, thank you everybody for joining in. But yeah, the changes to my eBay store really seem to be having a positive effect. I mean, I'm probably not going to make the kind of money that I would hope to make, but at least my eBay sales are starting to improve, because over the past 3 or 4 days since I started doing this, I've been getting a sale for a card there. I had a customer buy 7 cards. All that kind of stuff. So little by little, it's been picking up, which is a good thing. So, you know, and after what happened with my my most recent cheating ex, and what happened with my car tire, I had to shell out $250 for that. You know, I'm a little bit in the hole when it comes to where I should be. So these recent eBay sales are helping, and the changes I've been making to my eBay store has really been helping too. So, well, like I said, there's 13 cards plus this one right here that's sold. So this is guaranteed money right here. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but this is probably maybe $10, maybe $15 worth of cards. But yeah, you hear cicadas in the background. Oh, they're all year round down here. Well, not all year round, but they start in the springtime. And once the weather gets cold, then they stop. But you also hear a lot of tree frogs at nighttime around here, too. It's gorgeous out there right now. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Don't let that fool you. That 86 degrees is actually a really nice breeze out there right now, so it's not so bad as how it has been. And the thing about my apartment is that once it's around, well, now the days are getting shorter. The sun set, I think the sun officially set like around 8 o'clock tonight, something like that. So the days are starting to get shorter and shorter because, you know, we're approaching September right now. But them cicadas are out in full force. The tree frogs are out in full force. But by next month, we'll probably stop hearing them, because that'll be like the end of their season. So, and I'm already looking at my Halloween decorations in my closet. Holy shit. I can't believe it's September already, folks. We went through this year just like that. Time is flying by very quick. So, not really looking forward to the holiday season. I can't believe September's right around the corner. Like the kids are telling me outside. Apparently, they start school next week. So, but anyway, yeah, I love Halloween too, man. Halloween's one of my favorite holidays. It's like the one day, you know, you can be a complete goofball and get away with it, and, you know, be your favorite hero, or just do whatever your imagination, you know, whatever direction your imagination takes you, and you just run with it. Since I was a kid, you know, I've always done goofy shit for Halloween. I'm probably the only one that really decorates around here for Halloween. I've got the skeletons, I've got spider webs to put up. This year I might have to get a couple decorations, because one of the have-nots that got tossed out of here took some of my leftover decorations from last year, and I guess when they cleaned out her apartment, she must have threw them out or whatever the fuck. But I probably just have to get some more decorations, or I might print out some of my own. You know, because that's what I did last year. Like, I went 50-50. The windows, I printed out like ghosts and little cutesy-ootsy, you know, little images and stuff like that, and taped them to my window. Everything else is just skeletons. I'm probably not going to dress the skeletons up. I'm probably just going to put them out there raw this year. You know, because I always have Freddy Krueger out there, a Freddy Krueger skeleton, and then I'll dress up the other one as some random thing. This year, I'm just going to put them up as is. You know, we'll see what happens. It's still too early, and I don't even want to think about freaking Halloween, man. It's too soon yet. Like, I can't believe Labor Day is right around the corner. You know what I mean? But otherwise, you know, it's been pretty quiet around here. The Terrifier? Yeah, I mean, I've got lifelong costumes. I've got the Star Trek II Wrath of Khan. tunic and pins and all that stuff. So I have that costume completed. I've got the Rick Vaughn Major League costume. I've got the Gary Carter uniform from 1986. I've got the Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What the hell's the name of the character? I always forget. Ah, shit. Cameron Fry. I have the whole costume, including the hat, the jersey, or a replica of the jersey. So I've got stuff that I can do, you know. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe how fast this year has gone. You know, my mother and myself are talking about it because, you know, we did a big Zoom call. Well, I had to do a Zoom call to New York with. Can't really get into it too much because of certain recent fuckery that's been going on. And I've got years and years of printouts and screen captures I had to send to New York because of what's been certain things that have been going on, including recent stuff with takedowns that I've initiated through YouTube because of certain people that just won't let things go. And my mother has had enough of my father being used in this way. So we have already began the process of, well, doing what is necessary to protect my father, myself, and his legacy from 3 jackasses, from, well, technically 4 of them, from my former home in New York that have really desecrated my father the way they have. So I'm not going to get into that, but that was exhausting. Still waiting for the Spirit of Halloween video. I haven't, to be honest with you, I really haven't ventured outside of the property here, except for walking to the post office and Walmart. It's just been too damn hot. It's been so damn hot out here, you know, these past few days that, you know, nobody's been going out. And with the exception of the kids playing, you know, I did stop by one of my neighbors' places here today, you know, because we were talking about what happened with the pool being all fucked up like the way it is. It's just nobody's doing anything. It's too hot. It's too hot and it's too humid. So, you know, right now most everybody's laying low just to see, you know, I guess, you know, just to not make ourselves physically ill because of this heat. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this. I want to try this in front of you guys. I'm going to switch the camera around here. I want to try to free this up and do a little project here on camera. Why not? Going Ben Heck style. I want to see if I can do this. Now, don't try this at home, kids, because, yeah, I don't understand what's going on with the focus of my camera. I mean, right now I got dedicated LEDs that I use for my desk for when I list my sports cards, so that's why it's so bright right now at this moment. But it's just, for whatever reason, the light behind me, I don't know if it's because I'm wearing white clothing or whatever it is, but the contrast keeps, there's really not much I can do about it because those are the factory settings of the camera. And YouTube really doesn't give me any options to fix it. So I'm just wondering if I put a couple drops of methylene chloride on the threads right there, will I be able to shake that loose? If this doesn't work, I'm just going to throw it out because nobody's going to buy this like this. Nobody's going to buy a spin load hopper that doesn't work proper. And plus, I don't want this methylene chloride getting on my... Ah, look, in one shot. Look at that. Boom. Okay, talking about luck. Man, that ate right through that crazy glue like it was nothing. Now I can sell this on eBay. Because this is a pretty rare hopper for paintballing, because most paintball hoppers tend to spin around when you're on the field, and If I can, I think I have the original wrapping for this thing. I can actually take it and sell it. 'Cause, you know, like I sold off a Tipman magazine adapter for my Pepperball SX Tipman 98 Custom. So if that can sell as fast as it did, I could probably sell this just as fast. I would have to search online to find out how much these were going for at one time. But I could probably sell this as is. Wow, I'm shocked that came loose as quick as it did. See, what's good about methylene chloride is that it loosens up plastic very fast. So now I got something else I can sell on eBay, because I don't use this hopper for my Pepperball launcher. I have an EL2, I think it's called, from Pepperball, the battery powered hopper that's spec'd just for those type of markers. So being that this thing comes loose, oh, that should be an easy sell. I'm just going to have to make sure in the listing I listed as used. Awesome. There we go. The Tipman spin load hopper will be available for sale. And what's nice, it's got the quick release on there, so when you put it in, you could just click, click, lock it right into place. And that's that. Cool. Okay, I didn't think it was going to be that easy. So now I got me a very rare hopper that I can actually sell off on eBay and make some extra money. But unfortunately, like I said, I ran out of slots for the month. I mean, if I know I can make some money back off of it, 35 cents, you know, won't be lost on me. But that's cool that this thing came loose like that. Wow, I think that was going to happen that quickly. See, I really don't want to mess with this too much more because I don't want to really scratch it up too much. You know, I wonder what would work on this. I think an old sponge, which I do have, by the way. This sponge is gone anyway. I might as well. I think I got sponges here. Didn't I buy new? I think I bought new sponges. It should be. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I had new sponges. Okay, cool. I'll save this one. All right. Yeah, all this extra stuff and things like this, you'd be surprised. Like people do buy this kind of stuff. But again, I don't want to scratch it up so bad that it looks meh. Let me throw a little bit of methylene chloride on them threads. This stuff is really good, by the way, this VLR. If you want to remove old patches from shirts and jerseys and jackets and vests, that's the stuff to use right there. It's really, really good. You get it on Amazon. I think it's like 20 bucks or something like that. I forget. I want to see if this will clean up the threads, because the newer it looks, the better the sale. And I'm almost positive I have. I'm almost positive that I have the original whatchamacallit package for this, or wrapping, or whatever it came in. Man's work is never done, right, folks? Do, 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 do. You know, it's crazy because Kurt from Grimberg, when I was making my less lethal content, gave me so much stuff, but it's just over time, you know, I really don't use any of that stuff anymore. And this area is not like North Charlotte, because North Charlotte was like the fucking Bed-Stuy or Bensonhurst of Charlotte. And I'm very happy to be away from there. North Charlotte and West Charlotte, especially Steel Creek, ugh, awful, awful places, man. Very violent places here in Charlotte. My neck of the woods is not too bad. We do get stuff going on down here, but it's such a small town that, you know, you don't see some of the nonsense like you see in other parts of Charlotte. See, that looks a lot better already. Now I just got to wait for it to dry because it may turn white because of the crazy glue that's on there. But, hey, I can probably, like I said, to get a spin load hopper like this thing is super rare. So, I'm sure I can get a buyer if I can find. I mean, I know I could sell it like this. I mean, this is so nice that this thing. Anybody who's a paintballer knows that if you have a paintball marker, especially a 98 custom, these tend to just pop off with the factory hoppers. So this one locks in place, or at least it's supposed to lock in place. And that's what this wing is for. So, cool. Now I got to dig out that big box in my closet. And there's also something I need to look for. I think I have the original boxes to those pepperball markers that I'm, not the markers, the magazines I'm trying to sell. Yeah, the more stuff I get rid of, the better I feel. You know, you reach a point as somebody who collects things like I do, it can almost get to a point where, like, you have to learn to stop. Let me just do this quick. I had to dig out my heater because I'm already anticipating the nights. Just my area is like that, where the nights will start getting cold, and that's when I like to sit on the patio with the heat blowing on my feet. I already started cleaning up all my jackets and all that good stuff. I love the spring and I love the fall. The summer is nice, but you know, unfortunately, we get them super hot summers. But this year, especially this year, it's been very hot. So, but anyway, back to the collecting stuff. I mean, after a while, you have to learn when to quit, because then you can have too much stuff, and you don't want to come off looking like a hoarder, you know, because that's no good either. Having too much stuff and getting rid of all the stuff that I have over the past few weeks. Man, I'm finding things I didn't find. I've been throwing out old boxes and just a bunch of old stuff that I just don't use, or that I don't want, like old clothing, you know, stuff like that, stuff that don't fit no more. Now, in this box, this was everything that I had for my less lethal stuff. Like I said, I had the I should have sold that with the magazines that I had. Extra springs and all of this stuff. Like this is garbage. Yeah, I mean, I went through so much crap over the years. You know, a big shout out to Kirk from Grimberg, who used to supply my old Less Lethal channel. But these days, like I said, MagFed adapter. See, there was the box. I could have sold that too. But I didn't think of it at the time. Ah, there are the boxes. How many am I? I'm selling 2 of them, right? On eBay currently, so might as well pull out 2 decent boxes and there we go. So that means I'm gonna have to change those eBay listings that I got. This is where the boxes really come into play. So basically what all of this is, it's like paintball marker, less lethal stuff that I had for many years. I used to do less lethal content here on YouTube. But unfortunately, Flaggets didn't really take kindly to that channel and just flagged it and flagged it and flagged it and flagged it until they got that stuff taken down. This is all parts. Jesus, man. I don't even know if I remember how to use half of this stuff anyway. That's for an old yard sign. I don't even know I got that. What I'm looking for is, I'm looking to see, Pepperball TCP Owner's Manual. Is that the Karmatech? Oh, that's the Freak Barrel insert, but this is... I sold these off a long time ago, so I don't need this. These are all stripped apart. That much I remember. I used them for parts, so I don't know why I got that. See, this is why I like making these live streams and talking about stuff, because, there's stuff in here that essentially is garbage at this point. There it is. The spin loader. So I think, yeah, this is it. I found it. That's it. Hey, cool. There we go. I think that's it. What the hell is this? Mateus? A name set that I'll never use? That's the old... These are the old guts for my Pepperball SX / TMP launcher. Yeah, this is just stuff that I collected over the years that either I bought myself or was given to me. Half of this shit that's in here, I don't even need, want, or use. These are O-rings. Those are other O-rings. I can actually use those for a project I'm working on. This is just spare parts for just about everything. What's this? Oh, this is the actual receipt for the electric hopper for my Pepperball SX that I modified. So these are all First Strike stuff. I don't even use them. This is trash. These are all trash. That's trash. All right, so at least I found boxes that now I can put the magazines back in these boxes and then sell those 2 magazines that are up on my eBay store as is. I might as well pick the 2 best ones that I got. I think these are the best 2 right here. Okay. So that should help those magazines sell quicker. So that's good. I don't know what this is for. So that's all trash. Holster, extra springs, and more parts and more parts. There's some old Grimberg HP 68s. I don't even use half this stuff anymore. There's the factory barrel for my TCP. I don't know what that's for. I'm not going to really dive deep. Trash. There's nothing in there. See, this is what I mean, you know, as a collector, when you start overloading on stuff, eventually it's time to clean house, man. You got to clean house. So all that other stuff for now. Oh, these fucking things. These were an epic fail. I bought these on eBay thinking that I could practice at home with these. These turned out to be a big dud. Shape projectiles that I don't even use. See, that's what I mean. I'm glad I'm doing this. That this subject came up, because now it's forcing me to like throw out stuff I don't need. And this is a good thing. So the container, I'll throw in the dishwasher. This stuff is garbage that I wasted money on. They don't work. I remember testing those, and they would just shatter, break, or jam. So this I'm definitely going to use for that hopper. So wow, am I happy I found this. Boom. And then I'll staple them together. I'll make sure that it says used. And that's it right there. Bingo bango. All right. More progress in throwing out garbage. Eventually that whole thing will probably go. But at least I found boxes for the Pepperball magazines that I'm selling. Got me an extra container now for stuff, and this is all garbage. Yeah, that's what happens over years and years and years of just collecting things, and you know, eventually it's time to clean house. All right. More for the scrap heap? Yeah, that's true. I gotta throw this out anyway because there's still some clam sauce in there in cans that are gonna stink this place up so awful if I don't get rid of it today. So let me just adjust the camera for you folks. Just bear with me here for a moment, guys and gals. Oh, I can feel a difference in there already. Oh, jeez. Yeah, like I said, it's nice every so often to go through your stuff. It's nice to have things, but after a while, when you collect too many things, you end up risking entering the territory of being a hoarder. Oops. And I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. So, but now when I have a chance, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to pack up those magazines, I'm going to have to retake those photos again. I don't think I sealed those mags, did I? They should be right here somewhere. Yeah, okay, there they go. So here are the magazines I was talking about. That's for the Pepperball Tactical Compact Pistol. You know, I've got the TMP launcher with 4 mags. And I've got the TCP. I think I have like 4 or 5 mags with those. So I don't need these. These are for the shape projectiles. And since I don't use the shape projectiles, it doesn't really pay to have these anymore. So now I got the boxes. I just got to take photos with the boxes again. Oh man, that's such a score to find that whatchamacallit there. The package for that hopper. That's awesome. And to be able to free up that hopper so I can sell it to somebody who paintballs. Hopefully I can find somebody who will buy it on eBay. So that's good. I'm just gonna have to price it out and then sell it at a discount because obviously it's used. It'll probably be like 15 bucks or something like that. I guarantee that's what I'm gonna sell it for. So good stuff right there. VLR. Basically, it's methylene chloride. It takes off old school patches, glue, all sorts of things. But you got to be careful with this stuff because it's really, really strong stuff. It's the basis or the primary chemical that's in paint thinner. But it's really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Let me use the restroom, folks. I'll be right back. My apologies, folks. I know I'm all over the place tonight, but you know, I'm in that mindset right now, like a stockbroker. Sell, sell, sell. Which is not a bad thing. Hey, anything that puts money in my pocket, I'm good to go. Now, this is my custom carry case for the less lethal mags for the two launchers that I got. Let me just set the camera up here in the proper, and I appreciate you guys and gals' patience. So, here are the TMP magazines, the old school Tiberius 8 mags. I have 1, 2, I got 3 plus the one that's in the marker, so that's 4. So that's the 8-round 3rd gen marker. And how do I know that? It's because of the shape of the base of the mag. And it's got the, obviously, I'm not going to activate this thing. You technically can, but I have no intention on using it. But you activate it by turning this, and it activates the CO2. So, and here are my First Strike magazines, or FSC magazines that are backwards compatible with the TCP launcher. I just want to make sure these aren't marked. Okay, yeah, these are First Strike mags, not the Pepperball TCP, because there's a difference. Factory Pepperball TCP magazines have Pepperball Uni written on them, whereas these are ball. And the difference basically is the spring that's on the inside. Because with the shape projectiles, I believe they're called live VXR rounds, you have to have the red-ended spring because it has a higher tension. Because of the nature of that particular ammunition, you need a high tension to push the round into the breech. These mags don't have that. These are meant for round ball, not shaped projectiles. Don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. I'm just nerding out on this stuff. I thought I had more TCP mags. I guess not. I see Grimberg's in here, but I don't use these. I don't use this. I don't use his. Nothing against Kirk. I just don't use his stuff. All right, these are D10s. Fill nipple covers. Ball D10 for Tipman 98 custom. I don't know if half of these are good anymore. Hey, check that out. I forgot I even bought that. That's a Mario Brothers Game & Watch. That came out with this, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I don't even know if it works. You know what? I got my USB-C charger right here. Let's plug it in and see if it works. This thing's probably super, super dead. I bought it and I never used it. Oh, there's the power on the side right there. Hey, it works. Check that out. I never used it. I bought it for whatever goofy reason and just... It ended up in a box. I'll let it charge. What the hell, right? What's in here? Oh, upgrade parts. Oh, this is for Galvatron. And these are for my label maker that I got down there. These are upgrade parts for War for Cybertron, Galvatron, that I just don't use. I actually have feet for him already, so that's an extra pair of feet. That's the old backing for the 98 Custom. That's the old ring from the TCP and for the TMP marker, but you want the Milsig heat core O-rings because these are square, which this is. No, this is the Milsig heat core O-ring, the square one. The factory ones are plastic, where these are like rubber, and they seal a lot tighter. That's what that is. Okay, and this is a cleaning kit for my air guns. Look at all these freaking D10s I got for the Pepperball SX or Tipman 98 Custom. At least I got D10s, right? But all of these rounds that I got here are most likely no good anymore. So these are going to be trash. Whoop, we got a cha-ching. Hey, I sold Megatron. Cool. Hey, I made money tonight. Awesome. So this is garbage. Actually, no, this is garbage. At least now I know where that cover came from. I found an old credit card which I'm going to shred right now. Never leave old credit cards floating around, folks. And it's funny because I was trying to find the lid for this thing. So the lid was inside one of my drawers randomly, and here's the top, Marriage Made in Heaven. There you go. So that's 2 containers that I reclaimed. That's awesome. But yeah, those rounds I can't really use for anything. Because the barrels I don't have. All right, let me go put this back inside. So it's a little more progress. A little more progress. That's awesome. What I just found. This is something rather special. This is something very special I just found. Let's get into this a bit. So I'm going through all of this stuff, and out of nowhere, I completely forgot that this was in one of these containers. That's one of my dad's, if not probably the only hat that's like it. An original Plumber's Local 2 hat, which he got back in the 80s. And I just dug it up now. Look how dirty that thing is. My God. I wonder if I can have that reproduced. Yeah, there's even more rounds here. It's like, Jesus. Kill House Titman A5 bolt. I could probably sell that. See, these are the shaped projectiles. These are way expired, I'm sure. Are these the shaped projectiles, or these? No, these are the shaped ones. That I was able to get. I was probably one of the first people to get these on YouTube years ago. but they're probably long since expired at this point. And I really wouldn't count on these being fresh anymore. So, but to be on the safe side, I'm going to stick these in. Actually, I'm just going to throw the whole thing out as is because, yeah, expired on the 23rd. I'm sorry, 2023. My bad. Throw the whole thing out. And all of these rounds I got here, they're no good no more. These more shaped projectiles, yeah, I'm just going to toss these out as is. I don't want nobody getting hurt. So more dead rounds that I can't use no more. All of these I can't use no more. Damn. Yeah, these are old Grimberg HP 6.8s. But, you know, I really have no use for these anymore. It's a shame because it's good ammo, but I would have to size up each and every single one of these, and it's simply not worth the time or effort to do at this point. Because having the 3 markers that I have, it doesn't really. Oh shit! Let me throw these out too. You know what I'm going to do? Let me, because that's being wasteful. I'll wash these in the dishwasher. It doesn't pay to get rid of them. I can always put round ball in there if I want to. And here's a First Strike magazine, but this thing I could tell is a fail. It's probably good for spare parts, but it's no good for this. Yeah, this thing is completely fucked. Yeah, so that's gone. The spring's not even in it. So I don't even know why I have it. So that's another container I can get rid of. They're going away, folks. It's going away fast. But that's cool. I found my father's hat. An old Plumbers Local Union number 2 hat. Local 2 doesn't exist anymore. It merged with Plumbers Local 1 and Local 371 many, many years ago. Wow, I can't believe I found that. Made in the USA by Pros for Pros. Does that say Jobber? Can't see with this light. Yeah, it says Jobber Cap Corporation, Waycross, Georgia. Made in the USA, man. If I can find a hat that's made in the USA that kind of looks like this, I'd like to take this to Lids. That'd be cool to reproduce this hat. What do you think, Dad? You know where that's going? It's going right up on the shelf here. Ouch. Holy shit, I can't believe I found that. I don't have any room up here for this thing. I got so much stuff here in memory of my dad. Well, let's stay like that for now. And there is another container that can punch sand. And I'm just reminded of something. My recent dump of trash, these two. They are a little dusty. And that container contained the 2 caps for these holders here. might as well just clean them off and put them back into circulation again. Huh? What do you say, folks? I can't believe I found that little Mario Brothers game. I bought it and I never used it. My intent was to review it on the channel, but I don't have the box or any of that stuff anymore. Oop. So there's one. So we reunite this with this, and then we reunite this. I should just put all of these in the dishwasher. Okay. Progress, 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 huh, folks? There we go. Now I got 3. How many are here in the sink? 5 paintball holsters. That's cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, I'm definitely going to comp this because I never opened that. That's a, oh shit, what do they call that? Not a hammer. A bolt. I think they call this a bolt, right? Kill House Titman. Yeah. So there's a brand new bolt, never been used. Because I think the one that's inside my less lethal is aluminum. So, but that's good. And I also found these the other day, which are magazine extensions for the Pepperball TCP. If you have the old Tiberius 8.1 mags, which I just showed you on camera, these act as extensions for those magazines. So I got some extra stuff I can list on eBay, but this was cool. Getting this hopper. That's very cool that I found this. That will definitely be listed on eBay. No question. I'll probably end up selling that for like 15 or 20 bucks. So what Megatron did I move? Good question. So that was the Netflix Megatron. Because I already have like 5 or 6 different Megatrons already, this Megatron really has no room, or there's no room for this particular one in my collection. I mean, I got them all wrapped up here, so here. I don't know if you can see them through the plastic baggie, but that's a direct version of how you saw Megatron in War for Cybertron. He's got all the proper scratches, so he's very screen accurate, but he just doesn't fit into my collection. And the thing is, I have all the paperwork and I have all the accessories for him. But there are other eBayers that were selling him for like 30, 40, but which I originally started off at like 30 something dollars. But I was able to get him down to, I think, $22 or $23, something like that. So, you know what? While I got you guys and gals on camera, I might as well wrap, oops, since I know it's paid for already, I can seal him up, print out the shipping label, and that'll be another eBay sale. Yeah, because I got a D16 special reissue Megatron from eHobby, which I showed on camera. Yeah, I don't know what convinced me to buy that Megatron. I got into the hype like everybody else did. But now with New Age Romulus, you know, I got the knockoff Megatron on display right there. I got the D16 special reissue Then I have the reissue of Goodbye Megatron up there. And I got the Studio Series Megatron. And my kit bashed Hegemon. This guy just does not fit into my collection in any which way, shape, or form. I never really liked that Megatron. I don't like War for Cybertron. I think it was miserable, it was boring, and it was shit. So give me a moment, folks. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to print out the shipping label for this, and this live stream will continue. So don't go anywhere. All right. Sorry about that, folks. The other thing I do, also a little trick that I use when it comes to my eBay store, is that right before, even though I measure these and I weigh them prior to me listing these things on eBay, I always double check my work just to make sure that the measurements are correct and that the weight is correct. You know, I've got my digital scale up there by my printing station, so I always double check to make sure that I got the weight correct. And you always want to round off by an extra 2 pounds just in case, or not 2 pounds, like 2 ounces. Round up to the next 2 ounces, so that this way, you know, the post office will not ask for extra money to ship these. And in this case, it was like $7 to ship this out, so that's pretty cheap. So I made minus taxes and fees, I probably made like $19 off of this, which is not what I paid for it, but it's open box. It was up on my shelf. I had the paperwork. It's complete. So what's up, Penny? Yep, making more money, my man. My eBay store has picked up significantly in the past like week. And here I am again on camera making money. So my strategy seems to be working. And Penny, you'll remember this because Penny was around when I was doing less lethal content. I found an old, very rare Titman 98 custom spin load hopper, which I just ripped apart one of my boxes to dig that out. And some other random stuff that I'm probably going to sell on eBay. So it's looking pretty good so far. So what I just sold here on camera was a War for Cybertron Netflix spoiler pack, they called it. And yeah, it sold tonight. So there it is. Oh, don't want to dox anybody. There you go. So that's 2 on the night. There we go. That's 2 of them on the night. So it's picking up, folks. It's picking up some steam. Picking up some steam. And thank you to the customer if you're watching this. If you happen to have bought that in real time, I really appreciate it. And then I did find boxes for those 2 Pepperball TCP mags that I've got. So once this live stream is over, I'm going to retake those photos because those photos suck anyway. I want to take photos right here on my desk, and now that I've got those boxes, it should help me sell those a lot easier. Found this rare gem that I never opened up. That's a Titman A5 bolt. Never used it. Really have no need for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit my marker. Because the one I have is aluminum, so it doesn't pay to use plastic. And then I got these, the gap fillers for the whatchamacallit there, the old Tiberius 8.1 mags. So looking good so far, fellas. Looking good, ladies. Well, I should say ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I got any females in here still watching, but doing good, doing good. You know, it's like I said, earlier on in this live stream when I first started. It's all about time and patience. Right now, all of these are guaranteed to sell. Hopefully, the people who are bidding on these cards will pay for them. You know, the auction should be ending tomorrow. So these, I've already pulled these out to make my life easier. So now that you guys, I won't have to make a YouTube short tomorrow because now I sold these two, which is good. So it's baby steps, man. It's slowly beginning to change, which is good. I mean, I'm selling things for a lot cheaper than I normally would, but at least, hey, man, you know what? I'm bringing money in, which is good. It's not a lot of money. I mean, if I want to total up what I have sold so far, I want to say up to this point with that Megatron, I'm at about, and this is within a 7-day time frame, I'm going to say I'm probably up to about $350 in sales, something like that. I want to say just about 750 to 700. I'm sorry, $350 to $375, somewhere around there, which is good. And that's within a 7-day time frame. I'm just guessing here because I know the weekend was very good. And then $75 of that I spent on juices, bread, the sugar-free monsters that I bought because they're on sale. I bought another case today, as a matter of fact, just to have them. I bought more Gatorades. I gave out Gatorades to the kids during this live stream that were playing outside earlier, so that made them happy. It was nice to see them outside finally playing because the weather cooled down. You know, there's a nice breeze coming into my apartment right now. I don't even have to have the ceiling fan on, which is good. But it's picking up little by little. I'll be right back. Let me get something to drink. Well, like I said, folks, it's happening. It's happening in baby steps and in small spurts, but, you know, at least I'm making some sales, so take care. Bear with me here, guys. I've been all over the place in like the past half hour or so, just doing all this stuff, so I'm a little tongue-tied right now. Bear with me while I settle down. If you can't tell, I'm very energetic right now. No, I'm happy because at least I'm making some money again. It is coming in little by little, and that is great. That is great. So I think I do have a box for this. Okay, good. So I'll probably be listing that tonight. But I want to comp this and see how much it was when it was brand new. I'm almost going to guess that I'm probably going to end up selling this for like 15 to 20 bucks. This spin load hopper, guaranteed. But at least I got rid of some junk. And that's what I've been doing. I actually got sections in my bedroom closet that I cleaned out, especially now that finally I donated the vacuums with the social worker. Freaking bath towels, washcloths, shirts, containers, like all the pens and pencils and markers I brought over there. The Mr. Potato Head that I found I brought over there. So things are going away, folks. Things are going away quick. And my eBay sales are picking up again, which is good. So thank God, you know what I mean? Thank God. Thank Almighty. Thank God Almighty that I'm finally moving some stuff and getting rid of all this excess shit. So, and it's nice because at least I don't have, except for that one shoe box that's over there, it's nice just to have floor room and floor space and not have all this extra shit around me because, you know, it doesn't look good. So, very happy with that. Very happy. I would love to get rid of this table though. And maybe get some small table that I can stick underneath this desk where I can tuck away. You know, I just realized something. This is because of you guys. You guys are helping me to brainstorm. See, if there's one thing I learned in union construction, the best thing to do sometimes is to talk your way through a problem. And hearing your own thoughts out loud sometimes can actually merit results. And I just thought of something right now while I'm sitting here. I never thought of this until right now. After all this time, I never tried this until right now. I'm looking at it. I'm gonna tilt the camera around. You're gonna hopefully see what I'm talking about here. Let's get the camera up nice and high. Here's another one of my brainstorms. I just thought of this right now. And if this works, this ugly table in my living room will have itself a new home where it won't be so blatant in my living room. I don't know if this is going to work, but if it does, this is going to be awesome. Oh, let me clean that first, because that thing's been sitting like that for a while. If I can do this. Oh, this is going to be epic, because then all of my when it comes to my backlog, all the backlog stuff, I could put back in my bedroom up on the shelves, because now I have empty space in my bedroom closet to put this stuff. And then I could free up my living room. Why did I not think of this before? Can I do this with this desk or this table? I just wonder. Well, it does go all the way up. Well, let me try it like this first, and if not, okay. Oh, this is going to be freaking awesome if this works. So at that height, no, it's not going to work. Okay. So I have to put the legs all the way in. Instant shelf. Let's see if it works. If this works, you'll know it right away. Oh, please tell me it's going to fit. Oh, the brain. The brain works, folks. The brain actually works. Oh, shit. Oh, is that awesome? What's holding... Oh, I maxed out. Hey, listen, that's better than nothing, man. Oh, is that epic? Why did I not think of this before? And I normally don't even sit with my legs underneath the desk, because I'm always reaching in anyway and standing up to take my photos face down. And even when I have the camera on me, so, you know, I don't really sit at the face of my desk. So what I'm trying to do right here, I think you'll get the gist of what I'm about to do once I start setting this up. Oh, this is awesome. I got my living room back. Yay! Oh, this is great. I mean, it's going to be annoying because I'm going to have to keep pulling this out. But I tell you what, if I could free up space in my living room, I could live with a little inconvenience now and then. There's one, there's two. Why did I not think of this before? Look at that. Boom. Boom. Why did I not think of that before? Look at that. That is awesome. So, minus all of this stuff that's on my desk right now, and this is stuff I intend to sell, I can always put the extra card holders behind my behind my labels back here, which is good. And now, if you guys and gals see what I see, that was all of that stuff was under the desk as part of my backlog of many things I want to review here on the channel. So let me turn the camera back around. Man, talking about getting stuff accomplished. And that's good because I pushed my chair out of the way and that's that. I mean, like I said, I'll probably be a little inconvenienced because I'm going to have to pull these boxes out when I make a sale. But hey, man, as long as I can free up my ottoman again and get rid of all this stuff and put it back in my bedroom until I'm ready to review it, that's a score. I have a shelf freed up just for this stuff. Oh, that's so great. God, I hated the idea of having this stuff over here anyway because it doesn't look good. It just looks like a bunch of shit. Oh, I like this. Oh, look, I got a living room again. Oh, yeah, what a pig. Why did I not think of this sooner? Because I can always come back to this stuff later when I'm ready to review it. Last but not least. Oh, look at that. Now it's looking like a living room again. Jeez. Yay! I got a living room again. It looks almost normal anyway. At least until I sell this. Actually, I can get this off the floor right now if I wanted to. So that's the Charlie Kirk hat. That is the Black MAGA hat. This is that white pair of leather biker pants that I'll never fucking wear again, and I'm glad to get rid of. This is the magazines. This is for the tenant that used to live here. I'm sure he'll come back looking for that. But for right now, I'll put this box here just so I can get an idea of what this is going to look like. Oh, look at that. I got my living room back. Wunderbar! Oh my God, wow. It looks like a whole different living room. Here are my extra batteries, which I can put right here on my desk. That's for, whatchamacallit, they're for emergencies and for the LEDs that I use here on my desk. Which means now I can put all of these labels I don't use, I can put them away as well. And look, I can open up my desk all the way over here. Why are you not closing? What's this all about? Why are you not closing? Oh, that's right. Okay. Hey, it closes. Check that out. I got my desk back. Oh, I mean, I should say I got my living room back. And what's nice now, I have more room to swing back and forth in my chair here. So, what's holding me up? There we go. Okay. Which means now I can move all this stuff off to one side. Because this opens up my desk now in so many ways. So here are sleeves. Here are my labels I can move out of the way. Give me some more room to work with. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Look at this. Holy cow. I just got to get used to the idea of not turning to my left anymore, because now I got all this room. I can pretty much maneuver. I can pretty much maneuver any which way I want now, which is great. And I got all this room to swing my arms around now and flail around like I'm drowning. But man, that opens up so much more room on my desk. Wow, does that look a lot better? All right, the stuff I'm probably going to sell. This I'll leave up on my ottoman for now, because I know that's going to be sold. Or I will list it on eBay. And I mean, my desk does kind of look like a nightmare. I got shot wipes here. I got pepper spray here. Shot wipes, I should really... Well, I have them here for a reason, because of my sneakers, so... Well, it looks better. It looks a lot better. I just got to get used to it now. But, hey, I got room on my desk. I can even take my boom arm here and bring it down as low as it can go, another couple inches. Look at that. Hey! Cool. Very cool. Nice. Nice indeed. Nice indeed. Actually, one thing I do want to do, because I know me, well, I don't need these just yet. Fuck that. I'm overthinking now. Now that I've started, I've opened up this can of worms. Oh, that looks so nice to have all this room. I can flail around all I want. Yay! So that's good. Oh, is that awesome? And now that I've got the ottoman freed up, oh, is that great? Oh, is that fantastic? I love it when things like this happen. This is the best example of why the changes I've made to my eBay store actually works. Because the more stuff I get rid of, the more room I have in my home. You know, I live in a one-bedroom apartment. It's not exactly the biggest place in the world, but, you know, it's mine, and I am a bit of a neat freak. I just noticed something else I need to do now that I did that. Angelus acrylic leather paint that I use on my sneakers and my leather jackets and stuff. There's a big scuff on my ottoman down here. I am about to repair that scuff. I mean, it's just an ottoman, so I'm not going to be too particular about it. But as long as I can cover up that scuff to make it look like it's new, I'm content with that. Man, everything is kind of like falling into place. I wish women were like this, where everything just works. You guys know my luck with women, man. It hasn't been so good lately. Three cheaters in a row. Isn't that nice? Three cheaters in a row. But at least when it comes to my home, once things start working out, it really, really works itself out. There we go. And that's all patched up now. No more scuff. All right. Progress, man. Progress. Progress. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Wow, I was not expecting this kind of a night. Look at my living room. Look at how nice and open it is over here now. I actually pulled the cushions off of my couches today to vacuum underneath them because they were looking a little wonky. So I cleaned everything with wipes and cleaned underneath the cushions with my vacuum cleaner. Wow, this is awesome, man. I wonder if I can actually find wheels of some type to put underneath this small fold-up table. Yeah, well, after the year that I had with women, with 3 straight women cheating on me, no thank you. I had enough for a while. Right now I'm enjoying my privacy, my peace and quiet. No drama, no stress, no fighting, no arguing, no noise, no nitpicking, no yelling, no screaming, no fighting over space. I'm not being used for my money or food or a vehicle or anything else. Now, if I needed to pull these out. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, for now, at least, yeah, this could work. This could work. Hey, I'm happy with this. I'm absolutely happy with this. I mean, when it comes to this box here, though, I like to change it. I wonder if I have another four-row box. Give me a moment, folks. Let me go check that and see if I do. I know I got one down there. I think that's empty. Is this one empty? You know what? Stop. Stop. I'm supposed to be entertaining you folks, and here I am having all of you watch me clean my home. How boring is that? But all of this stuff, man, with all the thinking and all the analyzing and watching and looking and, you know, it's a good thing. You know, like even in my bedroom, after selling off all those Trump hats that I had, a big swath of my wall all of a sudden had nothing but those command hooks on them. I think there were like 12 or 14 of them just empty. So I climbed up on a chair, pulling off all those command hooks off my wall, and now I have big empty space on my wall. I mean, one side of my bedroom has the vast majority of my hat collection, but it's nice to see like open space finally up on my wall. Plus, I've been throwing out paperwork, dude. Like, it's been epic just going through all my stuff and just throwing shit out and cleaning and organizing. I mean, you guys might not think so, but I mean, to have all this opened up over here, that's the hopper, that's the TMP right there. Just all this space, and now everything is confined to this one area right here. I might play that tonight before I go to sleep. But just to have all of this opened up now, man, oh, is that a relief? That's a huge relief. And if there is one thing I want to fix, is that shit. That right there. I would love to get rid of some of the stuff that's in there, like paperwork and what have you, and put more of my collectibles up on them 3 shelves right there. So I'm gonna have to one day sit down with that, because I want to put my Christmas tree over there this year. So little by little, it's coming together, man. It's coming together. Coming together. Folks, thank you again for joining me for this very strange and entertaining live stream. Come on, chair, move it. There we go. You know what it is? I got them big rollerblade wheels on here. What happens is they dig into my carpet, so I kind of have to push my way around here. But I think I'm going to call it a night right here, folks. I'm 2 hours into the live already. Listen, thanks for keeping me company. This is a pretty interesting live stream, man. You guys are watching all this stuff happen behind the scenes. You know, it's nice to kind of like, I feel like I got breathing room. You know what I mean? I feel so refreshed, like getting rid of stuff, finding more things to sell on eBay, which I'll probably do tonight before I go to bed. You know, now I have a place I can rest my feet when I want to, if I have guests over, if I ever get guests here again. You know, it just opens things up. Like, I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff that was over there, like old sneakers I didn't wear anymore, stuff I gave away. The only thing that's sitting there is a pair of flip-flops, water shoes, and a toss-around pair of sneakers that I got there. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream, supporting the channel and each other, all that good stuff, man. I had a good time and got a lot done in a very short order. When it comes to my home, I'm very particular. But tonight, you know, I found more stuff I could sell at my eBay store. And the more I dig, the more things that will pop up and the more things will end up on eBay. But I definitely want to comp. I want to comp that hopper. I want to comp that bolt. And I want to comp these. And hopefully they sell. We'll see what happens. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Again, this is a very strange but interesting live stream. But man, look at this. I can flail around like I'm a drowning dog in a pool. All right, folks. See you around for the next one. Take care. Good night. Rest up. And hopefully I see you all very soon. Peace.